He didn't listen to him. You know what he did? He lost. He still lost in more ways than just the court. Go read his book. Right? And these are sizable books. They're minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author. Those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. Face rejection. Okay? Obsession, rejection breeds obsession. That's 100% true for all of us. 100% true for all of us. You're rejected, you're obsessed with something. Sometimes maybe you tell yourself, like, not with the person at least, right? But you're gonna get obsessed over something in order to get through that. Rejection is not easy to get through. It's only easy for people that are not in relationship to say these kind of things, or people that have gone through a terrible situation. Empathy is required when you're talking about romantic relationships or emotional type of relationship, which a lot of business relationships are emotional in nature, right? All right. You saw that with Will Smith, right? That was supposed to be a business scene, right? Scenery, right? And he went up there and bitch slapped another man because he got caught up in his emotions. That's a man that's been walking a straight line for 30 years. Get yourself up off that pedestal before you fall flat on your face. Humble yourself. Position yourself so that you don't become another person like I die known, right? All right, good. I will not chase a man that want me. Yeah, nobody wants to do that, right? But we find ourselves doing things like that when you have vested interest, especially emotional, right? You're not wrong. It's just that you're speaking from there's no empathy, right? All right, but thank you nonetheless for your comment. Let me make sure I'm hitting all this thumbnails, right? You're the epithet of a strong man. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm humbled. And please don't do that to me. I'm just another man. I've had some experience, so I can speak to some of these things, right? You cannot know what happens behind closed doors. That's a fact. We can only see what we're seeing. Oh, I actually said that already, right? You is so true. This boy blasted his wife on social media. It was him who put it out there because he know she just had a baby and she's alone. He's not real. Let him go. Yes, but like I said, letting him go is going to be a process for KORRA. That's not something very simple to do. Nonetheless, it's probably when somebody rejects you, the wise thing to do is to give them the freedom that they're looking for. Don't try to give them the opposite of what they're looking for, which is begging and helping them say, I don't care if you're a man or woman. If you want to go, say, I understand. Let me know if you change your mind. Right? And that does something to the mind instantly. It actually showcases that you are changing, because even if you had to apologize, change behavior is the most effective form of apology. Running your mouth and telling stories why they should stay will work against you for the most part. No absolutes, right? All right, good. It's very true. There is a racism in this. And secondly, it's like a natural play for them to divorce whether they feel like doing it. Yeah. Because again, they have that force against them already. Racism is a real deal, right? It's a big deal, right? So if they have that force against them, yeah. Everybody wants to give their opinion, but nobody wants to know what goes on behind closed doors. That's a fact, right? So we're talking to you that you're watching me, not to Justin necessarily and KORRA. I'm just pointing out the lessons that we can learn from this. But you're absolutely right that we don't know the details. She could have been hearing voices in her head in the middle of the night. He could have been hearing voices in the middle of his head, and he feels like he's about to die if he doesn't leave this marriage. We don't know what kind of spiritual shit that's going on there, right? So you're right. Nonetheless, these lessons stand, right? And these opinions, they stand as well. Like I said, these are just my opinions. Take them with a pinch of salt, right? Instead of lashing out and being critical, pray for this family. No, actually, Roma, instead of you leaving a comment on the video, you're calling, lashing out, if that's what you're saying, because I can't read your mind either, right? You should probably keep the comment because you're helping the video grow even faster. Just so you know. See, I keep telling you, we're all full of shit. So let's stop the old holier than thou thing. Get off the high horse. We're all the same thing. This is a business here, and we do talk about real life things, and we do try our best to impact in a positive manner. Stay with me, Roma. Stay with me, okay? All right. So thank you nonetheless for the comment. Eleanor. I have a friend called Eleanor. Eleanor actually says, "Men of wisdom, keep up. I give you thank you. I appreciate that. I am humbled." So true. Also, shouldn't go into looking at it with a biased mind. Yes, absolutely. Right? So you notice that I brought the smoke to both of them. If you watch my previous videos, this girl is still seeking for help on the internet. That's not going to help her. She needs to, whatever she was doing, maybe dancing, whatever. I'm not going to discourage her from doing that. That's what she does for a living. That's just stupid for any man to. That's just stupid. Okay, for any man to even suggest if that's what she did before and she continues to do that. But if she comes out and she's crying, I think she should keep that to herself and try. It's going to be hard, but she needs to try her best to continue living life. To do it because she has to eat. She has to survive, right? It looks like she's actually the breadwinner. I'm not too sure about that. Correct me if I'm wrong with that. Is she the breadwinner in that family? Terrible. Anyway, thanks very much, bro, for the undiluted truth. God bless you. Well, I don't have monopoly of truth. I'm just speaking based on my experience. They have become a product of all bloggers. Everybody watch their mouth on their private affairs. Yes, unfortunately, including me, right? Private affairs, as they are happier than them. Yeah, none of us, right? All of us, if you haven't gone through this kind of stuff, like disadvantage, like crisis, you will go, inevitable, unless you live in a cave, which is worse, right? You will go through your own crisis. So let not anyone put themselves on a pedestal, every single one of us. The best thing you can do is try to see the lessons, take some notes, and see how you can apply it to mitigate and help you ease the pain of when you go through your own crisis inevitably, right? All right. There's no perfect life for anyone. Don't let any bishop tell you that. Okay, good. All right. So that's so true. Everything you say is true. Thank you. This man did her dirty. He should have at least waited to try to make things work out for their kids. I don't know what you mean by waited, but at least compose and maintain his posture, right? As a man, be the leader, and so even if you want to leave the marriage, you still have to be the leader. And a lot of people, the truth is that there's irony to that is that if you could, he wouldn't be needing a divorce. That's the irony, right? All right, did know that KORRA hasn't said anything bad about her husband. And Justin is all over social media downgrading her, downgrading himself. Let me be clear. Let me go to Ephesians. Let me be clear what I'm saying here. He's downgrading himself, right? This is not just for Christians. This is true in life. If you have experience, you know exactly what I am talking about, right? This is true in life. Let me see. 28. Even so, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. I'm adding context to that. Ex-wives, even if you want to move on with another wife, it's in your best interest. This was an advice that Quincy Jones gave to Will Smith about 30 years ago. Like, dude, you give her half the money, just move on. You're going to be the biggest superstar in the world. You know what he did? He was hard-headed. He had a coconut head. He didn't listen to him. You know what he did? He lost. He still lost in more ways than just the court. Go read his book.